Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of James Jam. I'm Jane, this is my jam, and just have a little video for you here today. And I'm doing a video I've been thinking about doing for a while. I got the idea from Yoda at Yoda Style, talking about, kind of want to talk a little bit about bags and using bags that are out of style, and are bags ever really out of style, and kind of my 2 cents about that. And so I'm trying to, how do I want to put this? I gave a lot of thought to that, and about how, and I guess it comes down to who or what you are as a person. I don't know if I phrased that right, but can bags go out of style? I mean, really? I don't know that I think that they can. And here's why. First off, especially, okay, growing up, let's see, when I was young, everybody wanted Levi's for a while. And then Sassoon jeans came in, and those were a big deal. And everybody wore hiking boots, and they were just a certain brand of hiking boots. And if you didn't have that brand, you felt bad, or it felt like you weren't part of the crowd. And things were, I think, a little different than they are now. I see more diversification in things people are doing, wearing, how they're acting, as far as even hairstyles, hair colors, everything. I mean, when I grew up, you had one hair color, it was the color you had, and maybe some highlighting, and that was about it. Whereas nowadays, I've seen colors run the gamut, and I think it's awesome. And in today's society, the thing that I've noticed more so than anything is being your own person and wanting to stand out in a crowd, or not wanting to be one of the crowd, I guess, is the best way I see it. And that's kind of how I've always felt about the things that I like and about fashion in general. What I mean by that is I don't want to have what everybody else has. I don't know that I've ever been that way. I mean, ever been the way that I wanted what everybody else has. I don't feel like I get FOMO very often. Not really too many times at all that I can think of. And I just like knowing that what I have is a little bit different than what everybody else has, and or different at the time. Whether or not it's buying the same bag as somebody else but having a different color, or just buying something totally different than what's selling right now. Just kind of like that. That's kind of how I've always liked to be. And as far as fashion goes, to me, if you go out and buy what everybody else is buying right now, I don't know how that's fashionable. I mean, I guess it fits in the fashion trends, but is that who I really want to be? Is that who, do you want to walk around and everybody look at everybody, you look at each other's bags and they're all the same, or their belts and they're all the same, or their sweaters are all the same, or, I mean, that's the one thing that I really like about today versus, 40, 50 years ago when I was little. And I like the diversification. I mean, I like to go out and see that nobody's hanging on to the same thing as me, and everybody's got something a little bit different. And I'm not trying to say that I'm so different than everybody else necessarily. It's just that I like that everybody likes things differently. So to me, to be fashionable, I would like somebody who puts something together that looks nice, or looks edgy, or different than what you see from everybody else doing. So to me, I don't know how bags could ever go out of style. I don't know how they could, because style to me is what you make it. A person is stylish. The way they put things together is stylish. What they're wearing, if it's what everybody else is wearing, I don't see that as stylish. Not to me. I see them wearing, I guess, what's popular, or I guess you could say in style, but it's different. And here's kind of like what I mean by that too. So I have this, I'm bringing this out here to show you. This is an old handbag. It's handles are a little wonky, right? Oh, sorry, my little clicker is right there. The handles are a little wonky. It has a brass, this purse has a brass clasp. This purse, as far as I can tell, again, it's been sitting funny, is probably from the 40s or 50s. It is by a New York brand called Mayer, M-A-Y-E-R. The black outside is black leather. There are 4 feet on the bottom. Like I said, there's clasps. This is a hand carry bag, I would say. Could you get it up on the shoulder? Yeah, maybe. I don't know that I'd want it on my shoulder, but I guess it could fit that way. When you open it up, the interior, again, has a type of, I believe this to be leather. There is a slip pocket over here, a zipper pocket over here, and that's it. Just a big old compartment to put things in. And again, it's just a vintage bag I found. I've not been able to find a lot of information on the Mayer company. But the one thing I would say is that if you looked at this bag, okay, other than the handles, I just don't know how this bag, I couldn't say that this bag was out of style. I mean, technically, you would think it would have to be. It's probably over 50 years old. But are handbags that different today than they were 50 years ago or more? I don't think so. I look at things like, okay, like Birkins and Kellys. This to me kind of reminds me of the shape, especially of a Kelly. Not obviously the way it opens and closes and stuff, but the shape and everything is similar. But a bag from then isn't that much different from a bag from today, which is why I think, too, I'm such a big fan of looking at, like my last video, looking at bags that are what I consider good deals on Fashion File and buying them and rocking them, because I just don't think a bag goes out of style as long as you like it and like the style. Now, this is just solely my opinion, and this is also coming from the person who does not care whatsoever if my bag matches my outfit or my bag matches my shoes or anything else. I wear whatever I want to wear whenever I feel like wearing it. And I have to laugh today and chuckle because, as you can see, my nails are blue. They match pretty much the blue of my shirt. My bag of the day is my Mulberry mini Bayswater tote. As you can see, it matches. I had shoes on today that were this color blue. So here I go on saying I don't like to match, and I'm all matched up. So I should qualify that. It's not that I don't like to match, it's that I don't necessarily take that into consideration. Now, if I was going somewhere pretty fancy or like out to eat at a nice place, might I then try to be a little more matchy-matchy? Yeah, I probably would. And that's because I would consider that wanting to be a little dressier, a little more put together in a more mainstream way. But I just think that things, bags and everything else, are kind of what you make them. I take, for example, and I brought out some eye candy here. This is a Louis Vuitton Hudson bag. If you open it up, it just has this opening like this, which is a lot easier to open than or close than the Pochette Batiste, which I adore. But this comes with a nice little strap here. I don't have it attached right now. Interior is this really nice, I got it stuffed, microfiber liner. There is a big slip pocket in the back. And what is this bag? It's more than 10 years old, I know that. But I couldn't say to me that this looked out of style. First off, it's monogram print. Monogram isn't out of style. I don't know that it's ever going to be out of style. And I just think the bag is just beautiful looking. I'm kind of closing it here, sorry. I know it's got the brass hardware, but it still looks fantastic. There's very little wear on anything. The gold looks perfect. And I just think you could hold onto this bag as a kind of big clutch, I guess, if you wanted to. But otherwise, you have the nice strap. The strap is still in good shape. No real staining or marking. And even if there was, so there is. It's a used bag. But I can't see saying this bag is ever out of style. I mean, does it have too much vacchetta? I don't think so. A lot of bags still have this. If you look at the Almas and the Speedies, they're Speedy bandoliers, they're all the same. So to me, you know, a Louis Vuitton bag like this isn't going to go out of style, but I would argue that it's a little bit nicer than some of the newer bags. Number one, price point. It's way cheaper. You can usually get these, I would say, right now for probably, in really good shape, $800 to $1,200. Maybe even lower, especially if you watch a little while and or get something that isn't quite as in good a condition as this. And versatility. Nowadays, everybody's got their iPods. Wow, look at this nice little part on the front of your bag that you can slip them into. Again, this is a little bit easier to open and close than what you'd find on like a Pochette Matisse. I like the fact that it does flap close, so even if you're in it and out of it without closing it right away, it's still going to be, your items are going to be pretty safe in here. So I just think these are beautiful. And again, there is a definite difference between the canvas of older bags and newer bags. This is thick, substantial. This bag is just so nice. I mean, I probably should have checked the year on it, but I know it's over 10 years old. And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't baby my bags. I don't treat my bags. I just use and love my bags. And I just can't see somebody saying this was out of style. I just don't think it could be. In the same vein, let's just bring out my Louis Vuitton Lodge. Okay, we all know this is older. This is Marc Jacobs era, multicolor. How does Caleb Snell say that? Multicolor? I don't know. But again, this bag needs to be stuffed. It's not. Again, I absolutely adore the little front things here. If you got iPods to put in here, maybe you carry around a little aspirin or pills, something like that. They can go up here, really eat your gum, which is normally what I put inside mine up front here. You got kids and stuff, they want some. It's just really easy to get in and without even having to unzip it and go into it. This, again, is a big old hole with a one big slip pocket and then a little small one that used to work for cell phones. Now it works perfect for lipsticks, chapsticks, whatever you do. Microfiber liner. And again, this is so fun. I mean, this matches anything. And again, I would argue, how could this be out of style? How? We all still wear things this color, any of these colors. We certainly still wear black. It would go with anything. You could pull it out. It's a pop of color. And again, I get back to I like these even better than newer bags because, number one, the canvas is different. Number two, again, versatility. It's fantastic. Number three, the quality, again, of the canvas is just, it just is nicer than what there is today. Don't get me wrong. I have newer bags as well, and I enjoy them, and I love them, and they're beautiful too. But I can't say that they're more beautiful than these, especially not just because they're newer and or because they're not carrying them anymore this year or not everybody else is carrying them. I like a bag that when I carry it, people are going to look and be like, hey, where'd you get that? Or where's that from? Or when is that from? Or how do I get something like that? And you also, fashion is cyclical, just like everything is. Eventually, this is going to be all in style again, and people are going to be like, hey, where did you get that? I want to pick that up. And, you know, hey, start a new trend because people want this older bag that is still, you know, now it's new and fresh because nobody's carried it in so long. Another thing I think speaks to things not going out of style is more eye candy here. My Chanel Reissue. I adore this bag. I think this bag is beautiful. Clearly it's a reissue, so they reissued the bags again. This strap is it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this bag, the reissue with the aged calfskin leather, it's just, I don't think I could ever look at this bag and say this bag isn't in style. It's too good. I'm looking at it, the thing popped open. It's gorgeous. When is a leather bag not going to be in style? It is all leather. You open it up to the flap. Now I have an organizer in here, but it's all leather interior. When is an all leather bag not going to be in style? Because I don't know when that would be. I don't know when they haven't been. I don't know when they wouldn't be. And I don't know when a Chanel bag that's a classic like this, like the Reissue, would not be in style. So I just don't see how people say bags go out of style. You look at how many years now they've been making Birkins and how many years they've been making Kellys, and those bags are, what, over 50 years old themselves. Do I believe that they're going to go out of style? No. I mean, we see the market for them. It's ridiculous. You're paying, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the amount people are buying them new for, and people will pay that amount for bags that are 10, 20, 30 years old just to own the bag. So again, I don't see bags going out of style. I see styles going out of style. Like, you know, I don't know that I want to rock leg warmers right now or something, although I've seen different things like that too. But I just think that a bag itself, I just don't know how it could go out of style. And I'll bring out my second oldest bag as opposed to the Mayer, which I know is the oldest. This is, again, I like to talk about this about as frequently as I like to talk about my Celine bags. This bag. This is my Chanel tote. It is, I believe, 25 years old. Now, a tote doesn't go out of style. Do I think the black patent leather dates it a little bit? Yeah, I do. I would say it dates it a little bit, but there are feet on the bottom. The black isn't really that necessarily noticeable. In fact, what it is noticeable about is maybe enough to kind of glint and catch, you know, people's eyes, but we carry totes. We've always carried totes. Women always carry totes. I don't see a tote going out of style. And then I can't see a tote that, when you open up this bad boy, it's got this beautiful leather orange interior. This is fun. This is a pop of color. When is a pop of color out of style? I don't know. I don't know. I hope it never is out of style, because a little pop of color, a little surprise like that only you see until it gets opened up, and then other people see it and are like, oh, was that bright orange? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Again, I can't see this going out of style. And last but not least, we knew that I'd have to bring this up because I do. The Celine Nano luggage tote, where if I had to pick a bag out of all my bags to say which bag, taking into consideration price, versatility, different color choices, different pattern choices, different materials that they can be made out of, even though the strap is not adjustable, the Celine Nano tote is my favorite bag. Now, I know this is older. I mean, older, so to speak. I know that this was popular a number of years ago when the designer hit the fashion house, and I can't think of her name right now, and designed these and got these out. I think they might have made a little bit of a comeback when during the Schitt's Creek show, because Moira on there used the bigger one. So I know that, you know, she made that pretty fashionable again as far as I'm concerned. But to me, this bag, no, could this ever go out of style. This one, leather, you know, sides, denim material here, leather interior. The bag is just the nicest little thing. And again, it's a tote, but it's more than a tote, and it's got a little place for your sunglasses, which I just adore. And you can carry it, hand carry it. You can put the strap on it and carry it. And I just don't see this bag going out of style. Do I think it looks a little robotic? Sure, I do. But look at how much robotics or technology has changed from year to year. It's changed huge. By the time this gets even older, there'll be something else similar out there that looks like this, that instead of now looking like a little robot face, maybe it'll look like something else. And to me, this bag is gorgeous. And I just don't see something this beautiful going out of style. And beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I mean, you guys might be looking at some of my bags, all my bags, whatever, and being like, yeah, no, I could see why some of those were less expensive. They're all out of style. But again, this one I bought brand new. So the fashion house is still putting the bag out. Now, just because they're not putting the bag out anymore, does that make it out of style? I don't think so. So I guess my main point of this whole thing is I would argue that bags don't go out of style. I just don't know how they could. Because with beauty being in the eye of the beholder and style being what you make of it, I don't think a bag can go out of style. So, what do you guys all think? I'd be anxious to hear your opinions. Please place them in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't already, I would really, really love if you would subscribe, hit the like button, and I put out words are so hard. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, sometimes in between, but I try to stick to those days. Well, this is really attractive. I probably should have put these up nicer before, right? Oh, look at my pretty bags. There they go. There's a little nicer. And then I got the stuffing over here. I'm learning, people. I'm learning. I'll get there. I'll get there one day. But, no, thank you again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming back if you've already subscribed to my channel or watched some of my videos. And until next time, please do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Thank you, and goodbye. And I can't stop.